I think you have a lot of people, especially on the left, saying, "Oh, the right's making up a lot of stories about the riots. It's not as bad. It's not as violent." But when you look at the actual facts of what ICE is doing, the left is also making up a lot of stuff too. So in his speech on Tuesday night, I believe, when Newsom, basically attacked Donald Trump, saying he's threatening democracy, he said that there was a raid in a big Latino neighborhood on Saturday morning of a Home Depot that then led to rioting later that day.
And that's what started this whole thing.
And that's what started this whole thing. And he's just 100% wrong. First of all, a big part of the rioting started on Friday, like I said before, when the SEIU went to first block these raids at employers, and then later that night, the SEIU then sent them to the Federal Detention Center where they were being held. And that's where the two big riots happened on Friday. Then on Saturday, you did have actually Customs and Border Patrol vehicles were parked across the street from a Home Depot. And then you had a Democratic assemblyman say, look, CBP is about to do a raid on Home Depot. We need to stop them. A whole bunch of people came out. They started throwing rocks at people, everything else. But there was never actually a raid. There was no arrests made at this Home Depot. So then you had all this rioting that occurred throughout the day, rubber bullets, tear gas, all the rest of it. So all of this happens again on Saturday and is pretty much over by almost midnight on Saturday. The thing is, though, Newsom in his speech tried to make it seem like all of the violence happened after Trump called in the National Guard. But the problem is, Trump doesn't call in the National Guard until midnight on Saturday night. This is after 2 full days of rioting that occurred before Trump ever even called the National Guard. So
violence and destruction. And
Exactly. The point is, Newsom's just totally misrepresenting the facts and making it seem like the National Guard causes violence when LA was spinning out of control for 2 days before Trump even called the National Guard.